Good morning, our people. Good morning once again. Today is October the 9th of 2021. We are so happy to have you guys back. You know, we've been struggling. People are messing with our viewership and locking our viewers out of participation. We understand all of that, but we keep referring to our great grandmothers, the Aba women of 1929. If they can be able to disseminate the information that they needed, we, with the power of social media and every other platform, phone, Telegram. Thank God for Telegram. All manner of stuff. By the way, our people, you can make phone calls on Telegrams just like you do on WhatsApp. So don't be afraid to use it. We have been locked down on WhatsApp. A lot of us are like, get when can I use that Telegram? Telegram works like WhatsApp. So go ahead and upload it and start using it. You can do video call, you can do phone call as well. On our work was as good as emo or IMO. Some people call it IMO, some people call it emo. So there's so many other platforms that we can use. There's one called Viper. Maybe we can also post the link. So when you came Abarakataba on one side, we Abarakataba on the other side. So we can do this until we're able to build our own. So if you are talented in things like this, please, let us know. Maybe we can support you to have our own platform. Those goes in. So thank you once again for joining us. My name is Mona Chimsaga. Before I take off and run off, let me allow my sisters to introduce themselves. Sisters, please. Use this one call.
Oh, good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today. We are super excited. Yes, we are excited because the news is out there. Whether you like it or not, the news is out there. And everybody is aligning with what Ninas is doing because guess what we told you? We are going step by step. You understand? We are not jumping the gun. We are going one step at a time. So for those that are yet to realize what we are doing, please pay attention. It's for your own good. So we want to thank everybody that's joining us this morning. My name is Dr. Augusta Nosike. We have a lot to discuss, and it's all about our self-determination. You have that right. Don't allow anybody to take that away from you. Thanks for joining.
And thank you, all my sisters. Thank you, viewers. We appreciate you. We appreciate your time. We appreciate your intelligence, And my name is Dr. Ekwe Simon Okube, here in Lexington, Kentucky. Before we go ahead, we want to give you something to think about as we go. According to Joy Bell, the only way we can live is if we grow. The only way we can grow is if we change. The only way we can change is if we learn. And the only way we can learn is if we get exposed. The only way we can become exposed is if we throw ourselves out into the open. So do it. Throw yourself out into what Ninas is doing. Let's get freedom for our people and our land. Thank you.
Thank you, sister. The most exciting thing about what we're doing is as for the first time, we are actually doing something meaningful, not just, abracadabra and shouting and all kinds of stuff. We're actually doing something meaningful. And our sisters, our daughters, our mothers are fully engaged because for so many years we left men in the front, and say, oh, for every successful man, how do you say it again? For every successful man, there's a woman, right? And then when it comes to the Western world, there's a man and a woman. But ours, they kind of like push us to the behind.
Yeah, it said
Why they?
For every successful man, there's a woman behind him.
Oh, yeah.
I'm starting front.
Yes. So while the so-called people that so-called brought us the civilization, they were working with their women. Actually, they had their women in charge of things. They would go there with their suits and their glasses and their gray hair to speak. After their wife must have given them all the information, and then they would go and deliver the information. So for the first time, the sisters are doing something. We do want to thank every sister, Aisha, Maureen. Maureen, Sister Chioma, every sister that is continuously on this website sharing information. Please help us to share. Last week we got so many phone calls that Facebook was blocking people, especially those back home. So we are on YouTube. I hope YouTube is not the same. So please, you can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on Facebook. Yeah, if they allow you to see us.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Sister Mona, and our brothers too, because it's not every man that is comfortable when you see a woman doing something. So we are proud of our brothers that are not intimidated by what we are doing. They are standing beside us, by us in front, everywhere. They are standing with us. They say,
Agbara gburugburu.
let's go. We are with you. We are
Brother
proud of you.
Disney, is it Disney World?
Sydney, brother Sydney.
You are awesome.
Yes, we thank all of you.
Yes, yes, my brothers. I did not forget you. I just wanted to encourage you guys at the Rock. We are glad that you all are smart enough to know that you need your women hand in hand, working with you, in to get to where we're going. So we appreciate you guys so much. Anyway, as our topic goes, the imposed illegitimate 1999 Constitution, an instrument of oppression and genocide. We know that this is a constitution, military decree, right? Can never get us anywhere. That has been uh, it's an open statement that we've been making for so many years now. And a lot of people are calling it in different dimensions. We heard this judge, pastor say, oh, yeah, it's the constitution, but we want to restructure Nigeria and fix one Nigeria. They're all over the place because they have never started to understand what the issues are. And when you engage them and spend all the time to talk to them, because they are not honest, because they are very dishonest, they will never capture the whole information. So they will take the piece that will allow them to deliver their message and sort of mess it up, add no saying it, and then they will destroy the message. But as daughters of the truth or daughters of truth, we're here always to relay the message and be consistent with the message so that you're not confused. This is the only platform where you will get the same message over and over again. If you're hearing it from all the random places, they will confuse you as what we're trying to do. So we, the people, stand together in Minas to reassert our self-determination right as the authentic heir to all our ancestral land. On 28th of February 2017, a delegate of Igbo political class, who we also know as Judas Goat, went to Kuje prison to visit a certain warmonger. Their various Igbo Southeast agitation group formally embraced the Lower Niger Congress referendum template. They all agreed to advance a cohesive Lower Niger independence movement, driving one compact referendum campaign. Well, well, well. Little did they know that these politicians had something else in mind. Their action was in anticipation of the Anambra State election of 2027. And please, today, we want you guys to pay attention. Sister P is going to narrate a story so that because all these things are happening in isolation, sometimes we're not able to sort of put it together and see the games these people are playing. So it's good to sort of listen because when she paints the bigger picture, you will be like, whoa, you will see exactly how this thing goes around. So by September of 2017, the Nigerian Army launched Operation Python Dance in the southeast to ensure that the Anambra State election holds. Whether the people voted or not, that does not concern them. The most important thing to them is that a winner must emerge. In the midst of this, they killed hundreds of our youths. A few days ago, as we are talking about what happened in 2017, still fresh in those that lost their loved ones, the Nigerian Army launched Operation Golden Dawn in Southeast yet again, another tool by the ruling party APC to ensure that Anambra State election holds. Wow. The old African proverb says, when elephant fights, it is the grass that will suffer. How many of our innocent citizens will die this time around? Obiabo, Obiano, Umahi, how many of them? Already death toll is rising. Oppression and molestation has begun. Even our once quiet Nollywood community has received they received a memo as well. You guys saw that this week. Our youths are overly agitated. So much apprehension and uncertainty. you can see that this is the same game, merry-go-round. We keep saying they're putting us in merry-go-round with no escape route. And I promise you, if you stay in merry-go-round long enough, you will be drowsy. Nothing, nobody will say anything that makes sense to you because you're trying to get hold of yourself and you can't. We've heard this nonsense over and over again. Abraham Lincoln said, you can fool some of the people all the time and all of the people some of the time, but you cannot fool all of the people all of the time. We know better. Like I said, pay close attention as we narrate to you what these people have been doing to us. They are not relenting. They have made us so hungry, we don't know our left from right. On top of that, a hungry man, you're playing politics on top of hungry man. And then sometimes you tell them to shit at home or sit at home or whatever, you're telling them no food. Adding more to their issues, adding more to the problems at hand. So you can imagine, it rests upon us in diaspora that is not under the guns of this apprehension and agitation and killing to do this for our people. What role are you playing? Have you done what you're supposed to do? As we're speaking right now, some people are planning all manner of events, and nobody is trying to go to the underlying problem of what's going on at home. Sometimes they even put on their church clothes and kneel down and start abracadabra on the air just to confuse our people more, holding our people down in their churches, in their various locations or whatever they are doing just to deceive our people from what's going on after they have kept them hungry. So I'm going to play the first video. Sisters, go ahead if you want to add something while I pull this video up.
Yeah, as Sister Mona rightly said, it's high time we all, put our pants on. Yes, everybody. It's high time we put our pants on and get this going. We need to get this going. They have been doing this for a while. It's a strategy they've been using. And they repeat this strategy all the time. Our people see this strategy all the time, and you still follow suit. That is what amazes me. How in the world would you follow what these people have been using all the time? When it was an Anambra election in 2017, they came with their python dancing. And in collaboration with the Perimao, for some of you that don't understand, it was in collaboration with Nnamdi Kanu. You all will not get this, but that is the truth. Now they are coming back to Anambra State and the killing have started. Yesterday, they killed a brother and a sister. They were returning from the morgue. They went to drop their, I think, an uncle or a brother that died at the morgue. As they were returning, these army officers shot a brother and a sister.
Nigerians don't.
What do you think?
Shot the two of them. These people went to deposit a body at the morgue of their brother, and you have shot an entire family is gone. How do you explain that? The army people are not even indigenous to that. And as we're saying, if this 1999 constitution doesn't come down, there is no amount of grammar we would speak that will get us out of this problem. There's no amount of grammar. And if you're anticipating war, it is to your own detriment because they have everything. They have all the arsenal to decimate us. So everybody get on board. It's not going to cost you anything to get on board. Don't get mesmerized with some stories out there. Get on board with what would work. And it's that time we all did that. Please, Sister Mona, is the video ready?
Yes.
Some stakeholders have canvassed for fiscal federalism or return to the 1963 Republican Constitution, while others have argued that we either restructure, discuss our coexistence through a referendum, or go our separate ways. And like my brother and friend Barrister Tio once asked, are we really afraid of going our separate ways? That would guarantee justice, fairness, equity, peace, and security. I leave you to be the judge of that, though. Why countries like Czechoslovakia, Yugoslavia, and USSR have all separated to foster equality, justice, security, and ethnic nationalism. We are here preaching unity in Nigeria, yet we have no solution to the genocide in Sabah Kaduna. The illegal but officially condoned arms in the hands of killer headsmen, kidnappers, bandits roaming the country, the technically defeated Boko Haram, the amnesty militant, or the kidnappers. How about the corruption, nepotism, ineptitude, and barefaced selfishness and planlessness on the part of the political class, president, governor, lawmakers, and their likes? Maybe we sit down there and deceive ourselves. Czechoslovakia, which had a population of 16 million people, less than Lagos population, separated into Czech and Slovakia on the 1st of January 1993. Yugoslavia in 1991 was 23.2 million, barely more than Lagos population. It broke into 6 countries same year, all along ethnic lines, namely Bosnia, Herzegovina, Croatia, Macedonia, Montenegro, Serbia, and Slovenia. In Europe, the UK permitted regional autonomy to the Irish, the Scots, and the Welsh, while the English dominated Westminster. Switzerland has 4 ethnic groups. Each of them rotates the presidency annually through 7 cantons that constitute the federation unit. These countries, like every other, might have their core problems, but they are stronger and fostering independence today. I would therefore advocate, as posited by Professor Wale Soyinka and Professor George Obiozo and a lot of other scholars, apart from those in government, Nigeria, as presently constituted, is structurally flawed and badly configured. If not restructured either along regional lines or allowed to discuss their cohabitation, to whether agree to agree or agree to disagree, it might give way forcefully without the opportunity of proper tailoring. The North, if properly harnessed, can not only feed the entire West Africa, but can become a new Dubai. The Southwest can enhance our creativity to become another Silicon Valley if they weren't waiting for revenue from a feeding bottle center. The Southeast, with accountable leadership and right infrastructure, can become the Japan of Africa, while the South-South can be able to look inward for possibilities that abound around them. Then we will indeed understand that united we fall, divided we stand.
All right. That's it on that. Sisters, go ahead.
For the guy that said united we fall and divided we stand, I mean, he kind of like twisted it, which makes sense for me because there's no point in this kind of unity. But I would advise him, since he knows all the problem, he knows that if we divide, the Eastern region will not just be Japan, will be over Japan, because that's who we are. Excellence is what we try to achieve in all of our endeavors. The Southwest will become Silicon Valley. It's not just it will surpass Silicon Valley, because that is who the Western people, the Southwest people are known for. You understand? And the Middle Belt. Remember, Benue State used to be called the food basket of the I don't know if they're still called that now, because hunger has so mammoth them, in the sense that the Fulani headsmen came into that place and decimated the land. Almost how many percentage of the people are now in ID camps? You understand? And we're saying, for how long are we going to sit tight and allow these things to continue? For how long are we going to continue to get mesmerized by spoken English when we are supposed to do the needful? So for this guy that is telling us that united we fall and divided we stand, why is he not projecting the Nina? Why is he not even talking about what Ninas is doing? Because
you should have called that prison. You want them to arrest him after this.
You cannot arrest prison now. He has already even put himself in a position where he could be imprisoned. So why not get imprisoned for whatever it is worth? You know, you talked about why Ninas is so important as we speak. You need to talk about why Ninas is the only way, because people are like, oh, yes, it is the only way as we speak. If we don't do it this way, we continue to rigmarole. You see, when I was explaining rigmarole, you will become drowsy. You will become tipsy. You didn't drink Maya, but you become tipsy. When you are moving around the circle, instead of following the pathway. We have the likes of Mogalo. Mogalo is a professor. I think he read law here in America. He's a professor. He's an intelligentsia. He's an intellectual. The guy's brain, I don't think there's a duplicate. Yet, he does not see the reason why we have to go our separate ways. Then what
Because
does
critical
make him?
thinking, Dr. Augusta.
Hmm?
They lack critical thinking.
Critical thinking is not being taught in school now. Wallahi. It's not being taught in school. All the you cram, you regurgitate what you are being taught when it's time for exam. And that is that when they pass, they come out with first class and all that. You think that they know something. But they cram this thing to be able to write the exams. That's all they've been doing. So we need to do and it is now. Hey, you guys, I don't know if our people are, one of the problems we have recently is that our people don't read anymore. In those days, we used to read. Now there are a lot of frivolous things out there that gets them attached. You understand? You all should know that these Fulanis are not joking. They are not playing. The only people playing are our people. They are not playing. Now, this is a video by Barrister Tony Nadi. Sister, someone go ahead and play this video. You will see that this man has been talking, saying go, 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 go. And our people are deaf in the ears.
Yes, this video was 2018. And at this time, our people have the team have put in already over 15 years of work.
Wow.
So our people have heard this truth for long. What did they do with it? He has told them several. He said, we must shut down Nigeria. The indigenous peoples of Nigeria must take back their land. It's a simple truth. But they have continued to defy this, ignore this call to their own detriment and to the detriment of their children. And our people have been dying. Middle belt, blood every day. Southeast, southwest, northeast, northwest. For years, for over 21 years, this truth was out there. The people ignored it and people have been dying. Sometimes people say, oh, they say that we should not go for election. And it didn't happen. Yes, and you died again. Each time you did not listen to the warning, you will pay in blood. That's what we're saying. If you did not dismantle Nigeria, your people will continue to die.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. So if you refuse, what we're saying, we're not talking about election boycott. That's not what we're saying. We're saying total dismantling. Because what did I say? If your house is on fire, you don't go chasing rats. Why will you be conducting an election when your house is on fire? Everybody is saying it. The foundation of Nigeria is faulty. The structure upon which we're trying to build is faulty. Everybody knows it. Even your Professor Morgan knows it. But deception will not allow them. Deception will not allow them. So listen, please, let's hear it again.
Nke mere Lower Niger Congress votu mụnwa bụ onye ode akwụkwọ ha ime endorse as ebe ndị be anyị na-aga una.
Can you imagine these people? How dare you, stupid Sunya?
They will tell you they're in charge now.
How dare you, Mumu?
Ha kwuru ya kwuwapụ ya isi na ihe ndị be anyị na-ekwu okwu ya na Nigeria abụghị ka esi edozi Nigeria ka ọ dịkwa mma, because Nigeria was not designed to work.
Exactly.
I have a document here that predated Nigeria. In this document, and there are some of us in this audience who have seen it, the principles by which the foundations of Nigeria were laid are listed here. From that time, this document predated 1914. And everything we lament now, which have been made permanent by the constitution we have their foundations in these principles. So whether you were looking for how this marginalization came, our people resisted them. Other people found a way to bend to them. Our people fought them frontally. King Jaja of Opobo, Spanish, he died in exile. A whole number of other people. Ojuku's grandfather was hung in Nkwonewi to show example to the other smaller paramount rulers of the time who were saying, you can't come. And the British took special care to work out a containment plan. Incidentally, the most important things they came to look for in Nigeria are in our own part.
Sad.
And how do they take that thing without talking to us? That was the reason the union was floated in the first place. As a British enterprise. I'm sure some of us have been to Owerri here before. I'm sure we know the place called Share Camp in Owerri. I'm going to give you just like 5 examples of things you didn't know about. It doesn't matter how old we are. Because those who negotiated independence with Nigeria, in course of this research, we sat down with them and found out that our fathers did not know. And if our fathers did not know, how will we then know, how will our children know that these things were designed to be so? So it's not by accident that we find ourselves where we are today. And what the Lower Niger Congress and its associated platforms across the country had done was to form a consensus of the aggrieved to get to the root of that matter and either make Nigeria our project or dismantle it to free all of those who are trapped in it. We spent 15 years trying to make it work. And we created that consensus by calling everybody. I'm sure some of us had Pronaco. I was talking about Owerri so that we don't forget. There's a place called Share Camp in Owerri. It's still there. If anybody is aware of what I'm talking about, I want to hear the voice of that person. Is there a place called Share Camp in Owerri? Does anybody here know that Shell was headquartered in that place for 42 years? Moving to Port Harcourt in 1960. The compound that was that Shell headquarters and residency is today divided into several facilities. It was Emma Obara that bought the property in 1960 from Shell. The hotel, the Mod Hotel, I don't know what the name is now, is in the gate area. The whole of Government House in Owerri is inside that facility. The whole of Abani Koku was inside that facility. The medical facility after Alban was inside that compound. That's on one side of the road. On the other side, all the way, including the mobile police camp. Therefore, what was Shell doing in that place for 42 years? Building that massive infrastructure, leaving for Port Harcourt in 1960, if the story of oil in Nigeria began with Oloibiri in 1957. Do the arithmetic. The oil here was used in the First World War, in the Second World War.
Criminals.
I left the oil industry in 1998 from a senior executive position in the upstream. It was the documents I saw by which Shell was operating that made me throw in the towel. At the time I left that job, I could go to work in the morning and sign off on things of $2-3 million for people who will make profit of $200,000-$300,000 in a matter of 2-3 weeks. And I will never meet them. I'm only looking at my computer to decide who can deliver. That was the kind of job I had to leave. Because it dawned on me that we had to recover this land. And God's so kind. All kinds of things, you think they happen by accidents. No. I read physics, chemistry, and mathematics, and all of the sciences.
Well equipped.
And I had gone off to the NDA to be trained as a jet fighter pilot. It was from that NDA that I came to the university. At the time, I ended up in law. I didn't understand the head and tail of how, with all these physics and chemistry, I ended up in law until my final year.
God's design, brother.
There's a course of law called jurisprudence. I'm sure there are some lawyers left here. Anyone? Good. There's a course called jurisprudence. That jurisprudence is the science of law. As I speak with you today, the last jurist Nigeria had was Chukwudi Puta. There's no jurist left, even in our Supreme Court. And I've said.
All right, so I'm going to post this video in its entirety on our website on our page, on our page for you to go and hear. Our brother has been lamenting for years, explaining for years, left a power end job for us. And what do we have in return? Sister, please continue.
Sister, please, before you continue, I want to vent.
Please go ahead, Sister Augusta.
Because as I was watching that video, I saw Emeka Siri was listening. I saw Ritani Bob, she was listening. I saw some prominent quote unquote there.
Development.
And they were listening. And we had somebody that is an all-rounder. As he said, the last jurist was Charlie Boy's dad.
Yes.
The Oputa is talking about is Charlie Boy's dad.
Yes.
I mean, for those that don't know. So he explained this thing then. And yet we have the likes of these people still trying to discover what has already been discovered. I mean, I don't get it. The story is out there. He has explained to you why he had to leave a high-paying job. Trust me, if I have that job, I won't leave. I mean, it's the typical Nigerian mentality anyways. But what I'm trying to say is that he left that high-yield, high-earning job because he discovered that there's a document that has tied us unnecessarily to be perpetual slaves for life. And we had people that are intelligent. There were lawyers in that. At least Emeka went to law school now, so there were lawyers in that place. That's why I said that, but I want to, give him standards more. So there were lawyers in that field, and you listen to all that, and up to now you are still speaking grammar, trying to be Biafra in Nigeria. Hey, okay, Venta sister, if we continue.
It's unbelievable, and you say, what is going on? All this truth that our people heard, what did they do with it? You see, according to United Nations Declaration on the Rights of the Indigenous Peoples, they have at least 3 things that if you're looking for self-determination, they said you must do. And these 3 things are just common sense. It's not something that you need to go to Cambridge to understand. If your mother gave birth to you and you did not suck the breast of monkey, or the breast of something I don't know, you will understand this thing because it's so simple. United Nations said first, there must be a definite map. That's the territory that you want the freedom now. It's not common sense. Because, can somebody help me? Is it not common sense that if you want the freedom of a place, that there must be a definite map demarcating the territory that you're saying, see where I want? Or you want to take another person's land? Are you Nigeria? So there must be a definite map. The second one said there will be a clear identity. There must be name for identification. That is, who are you? You that you are claiming this thing. Who are you? And who are your neighbors? So that we know this is the map, this is who we are, and these are our neighbors. In front is this, in the back is this, at the side is this. Simple. And those your neighbors, who are they? For instance, you have Igbo nationality. Beside it, you have Ijaw nationality. In the other side of it, you have Yoruba nationality. You must make these demarcations as you are approaching UN to say this is what we want. Another one, he said there must be consensus among the peoples seeking that self-determination. That means there's a goal that what we want self-determination. And this is who we are. And we have discussed with our neighbors, and they said, it's okay. And they agreed that where we say is our land is our land. So everybody agreed. And those people inside that place, they have also agreed that, yes, we want to go together to get self-determination. That means you have a charter of relationship signed, documented, and say we are going together as a group to get this self-determination. This is the law. This is not Barrister Tony Nadi saying it's not me, it's not Augusta, it's not Muna. This is the law. This is UN's law that nations have been using. We are not the first. Okay. What did some criminally minded people do with this type of information? They didn't even get it. Even those that they explained it to, there's one Ekbelima, they sat down for 4 hours explaining this thing I said now to. Because he has a bull eke, it's only a criminal mind he has. He threw this thing inside fire, threw it away. What did he do? Abandoned all this information and went shouting and singing on radio. And our people, our ignorant people, joined him into singing and shouting on the radio. So we go in front of some houses in London and everywhere and be crying.
With your ugly voices.
I'm telling you. So without first putting strategy on the table, they went going in round to continue from where Nigeria took us. Nigeria has been taking us in round and round and round, merry-go-round. They too came and continue from where Nigeria stopped.
His own is even worse.
It's even worse because this was their own noise is now bringing death, more death. Our youths are dying. People are dying. And people are asking, why is it that everybody is dying? Yes, because we want to be mumu. Our mumu never do. So we are going in round and round, like people that don't have sense. And they'll be asking, I thought they said these people went to school. Oh. I thought they said these people have professors and doctors. They did not tell them at home. No. Did they not receive the memo? No. Meanwhile, LNC had 8-point strategy. Wrote it down in a document, circulated it, put it in website, gave to our people, printed it in papers, gave to your all so-called leaders. This is what we need to do according to UN. In that document, number 1, it said exact map of the territory. And that is why in under NINAS, you have Southwest with their own map. You have Lower Niger block with our own map. Then you have Middle Belt with our own block. It is clear. The next one, they said that the people, there must be a consensus in those blocks. Those blocks, each block, the people in it must have consensus and say, yes, we want self-determination. Because you don't know. Maybe you want freedom, the other person doesn't want freedom. Maybe somebody else wants slavery under Fulani. You never can tell. So you must have a consensus, and that is the meaning of NINAS that you're hearing. Some people say, oh, just now that we heard NINAS. No, my dear, it's step by step. The time for NINAS, so that's why you start hearing it. But other things have been going on in steps. That's number 2. Under NINAS, that is, people who say, what is NINAS? Nigerian Indigenous Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination. This is not clear. Indigenous Peoples Alliance. They came together. What do they want? Self-determination. Finish. Case closed. That means the indigenous peoples have united for freedom. For the man that is saying united we stand. Yes, we have united. Yes, and we are standing. We are standing for freedom and self-determination. Because I don't have any unity with the man that wants to kill me. Somebody wants to cut off my head and pluck it out. I don't have unity with that type of person. No. I have unity with Yoruba people that say they want freedom too. With the Ijaw people, Shekiri people, TV people, Doma people. They too are being killed. They say they want freedom. They want out of this mess. That's number 2. Number 3, strategy for taking down the 1999 Constitution. There must be a strategy. You will not just say, like some people in their religion, I hear say if they want to divorce woman, they will go in front of the house and say, I divorce you, I divorce you, I divorce. No. That is not what you do in this one. There must be a strategy to bring down the 1999 Constitution. Why do you want to take down the 1999 Constitution? Because the Constitution is what makes a nation or a country sovereign. So if you don't break the Constitution, you are not dismantling nothing. That thing remains. That's why you saw in Chile, in Algeria, all these places, South Africa, with the apartheid constitution. So there must be a strategy to take it down. And what is the strategy? Constitutional force majeure. Because like we have explained to you people that the constitution is a social contract. If people that you enter that contract, even if by force or by fake or by fraud, if they're no more are doing what the terms, they're no more playing by the terms, you have the right to say, I not do again. And it does not depend on the man that is killing you. No matter how he's shouting, no matter how he's throwing tantrum, hey, don't break Nigeria. We don't care. You have violated the terms of our union. You introduced Sharia when we have a secular nation. You brought your brothers to start killing our people. So we're not waiting for you to tell us it's time to go. We are going. And it does not depend on you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's number 3, the strategy to take down the 1999, the fraudulent, the illicit, the military, the anything you call it, the devil's book, Lucifer's book. That 1999 constitution, there must be a strategy, because we're hearing people here, oh, the constitution is bad. So how do you want to bring it down? So that's the constitution force majeure. And we have done it. On the 16th of December, 2020, it was done. The declaration was done, and we sent documents to important places. Number 4, we needed to dismantle the 1967 Caliphate Alliance. You see, before they did the Biafra genocide, the Caliphate led the entire world and the other people into boxing us up, the Southeast, into a dot. And you heard their brother Buhari remind you, telling you what they did. And we have been telling you this in here. He now came openly to now say, to confirm that that's true, that that's what they did. Before they were able to kill 3.5 million of the people, of our people, and starve 2 million children to death, they had a strategy. And that strategy was Caliphate Alliance. They lied against us and put us in a box, in a dot, and they came to finish us up. But for our God and our fathers and mothers that stood up and fought. So Ninas is that strategy to dismantle it. That's why. So we now formed an alliance against them, because they're the only ones killing everybody in Nigeria. The Caliphates and the Fulanis, the elites especially, are the only ones killing the rest of Nigerians. So we now formed an alliance against that massacre, against those killing us. And that alliance is called Ninas. That's number 4. Number 5, campaign name. Like we heard us in UN, that you need a campaign name. So, and that campaign name must be adopted by the people that we have formed the consensus with. And for those in Lower Niger territory, we have circulated these maps all the time. There's behind me, you can see some of the maps. You can see you can see the territory, the blocks. So the Lower Niger block, they chose the name Lower Niger Congress. It's not the name of the country. It's just a name to go and do the work. It's a Congress. That means people came together. It's not like it's a Congress that we are uniting all the people that are agitating for freedom and self-determination in that block. Then in Southwest, they form their own, Ilana Omo Odua, and they are putting themselves together. So sometimes when you hear Yoruba this, all of them ought to be inside Ilana Omo Odua to approach the central, which is Ninas. Then in Middle Belt, you have the Middle Belt Forum, also bringing all the peoples in that block together. That's number 5. Then number 6, we talk about regional referendums, not war. We don't want anarchy. We don't want war. We don't want our people to be killed. What you see happening in Southeast is as a result of the criminal people that want to do some things and kill our people. And we warn them against it. We warn our people, do not go this route. Do not do this. If you do this, you give opportunity to our enemies to come and disseminate and kill us. We warn our people, but they did not hear. So what we want is regional referendums. Mind you, it's not Nigeria one referendum that INEC will conduct. God forbid. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about blocks, the regions. We have referendum, not war. Number 7, transitional government. Because the way it is done is you move from A to B. But you need, like when you bring down the constitution, as we have done, you need a transition, moving from A to B. Some people need to be in charge while you do all that. It's called transitional government. So you will form the members of transitional government, you give them mandates. This is what we want you to do, from do this and do that, and then you tell them this is a time frame. We want you to do it in 6 months, we want you to do it in 1 year. It is part of it. Number 8 is called international imperative. We told you that our land is so wonderful. You can hear it when Pastor Tony said it. We have so much resources. As a result, we have people that are on land doing business. We're not trying to chase them away. They have become stakeholders because they have made some investment in our land. So we need to also tell them what we are doing, what this is all about. So that is the 8th point. And you can see, like somebody was talking about, oh, give us feedback on the New York rally. Yes, that's part of it. We have officially informed them, wrote letters, did all the things, but we now need to go and show the public. What are we showing the public? That we, the indigenous peoples, have come together as one in seeking self-determination. That's what the rally is for. The rally is not so that we'll do it and they will give us freedom. They are not holding our freedom. It's in our hands. Sovereignty is in the hands of the people. We are only informing diplomats and international stakeholders that, see, something is happening in Nigeria. And if you continue to borrow money and lend money to Nigeria, or for you, anything that happens to your money, my hand no day. And we are trying to stop the killing, the mass killing, the bloodshed in Nigeria. And we have agreed together, all of us being killed, we have agreed together and we are showing it open. I remember in those days when they say you want to be born again, he said, don't just say it in your seat. Come out in the altar so that the people will see, make it public. The same thing with marriage. You can go and do marriage by the side, but they say you need to do it in public so that people will be aware that you are both married. And when they see both of you, they'll say, this is a man and wife. Oh, what are you doing with that man's wife? Or what are you doing with that woman's husband? You do it public. So that's what the rally is for. And you can see our people have moved to Atlanta, also doing the same rally. So it's not only Yoruba people saying, Nigeria, I'm tired. It's not only the Igbo people saying, I'm tired of Nigeria. We are showing the people, the masses, the international people, that we have come together in calling for the dismantling of Nigeria, to end the bloodshed, to end the massacre. We are also informing diplomats, diplomatic communities, stakeholders, businessmen and women, so that they will not say they didn't hear. You people understand it. It is simple as this. It's not anything that complicated. This is just simple. Sister Augusta, please go ahead. I think we have another video.
My sister, you explained that very well. Thank you so much. And this is what we're telling our people. You have to be able to put this information that we're giving you together, unless it will not make sense. Like she said, you would think that we're going to UN to get freedom, whereas we keep telling you on this show that we can end this Nigeria today. Before 12 noon, we can end this Nigeria today. So why then do we think, if we go to UN, UN don't care about you. UN is busy trying to see where they can steal money and pretend like they're doing work. That's why this is their 78 section. Under the 78 years of being in business, they watch how many massacre go on. There's one in Rwanda, there's one in Biafra, there's one in Czechoslovakia. They are there. Remember them with the UN. So why then would we let our freedom be in their hands? All we are saying is that we are following their protocols. Here they are. We have done what you guys said we're supposed to do. At the end, we, the people, now will decide what we want. What do we want? We all know that we want freedom from that union of death called Nigeria. We all know that we want freedom from that hellhole that we find ourselves in. That's why we are all in diaspora. And I keep telling these people this. Whenever you see us outside, we are running from Nigeria. So don't you dare come and ask me if I'm a Nigerian. I left Nigeria because Nigeria was mean to me. Nigeria wanted to destroy my destiny. Nigeria wanted to destroy who we are. That's why you're seeing us in your own country, calling us Nigerians. How come you're not from Texas living in Nigeria? How come you're not in Texas living in Umuahia? There's a reason why we left Nigeria. Nigeria is not working for me. Is Nigeria working for you? Sister Augusta, please go ahead.
How can Nigeria work for free-minded people like us? How can Nigeria work for people that like aiming high? How can Nigeria work for some of us that is not just the education, as Sister Muna will always say, critical thinking is part of education. How can Nigeria work for some of us that really want to fly? You
Can
know,
you
some
imagine?
of us want to fly, then they want to crawl. So how can Nigeria work for us like that? You understand? So for those of us that are still, or those of them, because I'm not part of those, that are still interested in maintaining the status quo, to pack your load. Pack one corner. We're no longer interested in that. Pack one corner. For the intellectuals, you know this truth, you know the story, you know how these things can be gotten, you know how we can get this thing, and you are still dancing, looking at
Playing games, Judas goat. Yeah, look what I hear. Look at them.
Buhari that is not looking at you. You think Buhari gives I need to, you think Buhari cares about you? Buhari cares about his people in Niger Republic, not even in Niger. He cares about
We're
his
here today
people.
to hand over a letter.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah,
no,
go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead,
Let's
sister.
send this video. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, our people that are watching, you see, this is how things are done elsewhere. This is Cape Town in South Africa. They took a letter to the presidency asking for a referendum for their sovereign nation. Nobody shot them. Can you see them giving the letter to the president and making it, passing it in their country? They didn't go to another country to go and pass the letter. They are there. So why is it that when they see, it's, of course you can see it's a white man. When they want freedom, they just pass document and they get it. 1885, 1884, when they shared Nigeria, Africa, they just sat down, did it on like a meeting, sat down and shared it. They didn't go to war. They ended war when they stopped, when they grew up and matured. They said, we are not fighting anymore. When are our own people, when are we going to mature
To the president, the letter informs the president that on the
and we
15th.
don't want to fight about it. We do not need to fight about it. This is how things are done in a civilized manner. No one needs to be killed. Nobody needs to shoot anyone. It's my right to say, I want to leave you. I want to leave your union. It is not good for my children. It's not good for myself. It's not good for us. It is my right. I don't need to beg you, moron. Village man. Can you imagine? You are drinking cow urine as water, and you want to lead me, and you say you will lead Nigeria as you have led it before. I don't want to drink cow urine with you. How about that? And I need out of the union. I'll only inform you, not take permission from you. Get it in your brain. And this is how things are done. I'm just giving you an example. Please go ahead, Sister Mona.
Of September, we handed in a formal request to Premier Alan Windey that he call a referendum to determine the democratic will of the Western Cape people and to find out whether they wish for the Western Cape to break away from the Republic of South Africa and to form a new sovereign state. We're asking three things of the president. Firstly, we're asking that he respects and honours both the letter and the spirit of the South African and Western Cape Constitution.
Are we still on? Hello? Oh, what happened?
And the video stopped.
Okay, I was just trying to make sure you guys are still on.
Yeah, the video. Okay, as you all could see, that video, they presented a letter about their own freedom, about their own self-determination. We call it, there's a reason why we call it self-determination. You understand? We don't want to use freedom, okay, maybe, but why we call it self-determination is that a people that are monolithic in their vicinity, they probably practice the same religion, same language, they have the same thought processes and all that. They have decided that they want out of South Africa. And this is Cape Town. You know, Cape Town is the capital of South Africa, I believe. Oh no, Johannesburg. Anyway, this is Cape Town, like one of the states saying, you know what, we want to move out of that union because that union no longer favors them. And guess what? They walked into the guy and handed him a letter. And we're saying this thing is doable. And that was how the South African apartheid constitution was brought down several years ago by the likes of Mandela and Thabo Mbeki, I think, yes, or Oliver Tambo. They are the ones that brought down that their own constitution several years ago. About I think that happened in 1990, because they found out that that is the document that has held them captive for years. Because initially they were fighting, destroying, they were being imprisoned, they said, you know what, when these two lawyers sat down, they said, you know what, this is the instrument of the injustice that has been melted to them. And they worked so hard to pull it down. That was where the sigh of relief came to South Africa. Now, the same South Africa, Cape Town is trying to move out. So for those that are saying Fulani no go gree, Fulani no go gree, did you see what just happened? Do you know that you don't even need any Fulani to agree or not agree? You have to leave. You want to leave. Why not work hard towards it and get it done, the way it's supposed to be? So for our people, that video is for all of us. It's for all of us. We don't need to fight. We don't need to do sit at home for one criminal somehow. We don't need to get our people killed for any reason. What we needed to do is what it is shown. That's a video. So it's not as if them say. This is a video telling us how it is done. So, Sister Muna, I have another video.
Yes. Give me 1 minute. Me and my video here. Let's see.
No, it's actually just the the picture. That picture that I brought up before, Sister Mona, is you want to show our people there's something you call Kuje Accord. I read somebody it's no, not this one, please. Yes. So somebody was saying, oh, don't castigate other people's group. I don't know when. I think maybe the person is new. We are saying this thing has to be done in a particular way according to international standard. So if you are doing the wrong thing, we doctors of truth, we are here to castigate you. That's what we can. We tell you to stop doing the wrong thing, because the wrong thing you're doing is killing our people. So we will tell you to stop and persuade you to stop, because you might be killed. You might get killed. Because if you keep doing the wrong thing, I don't know what will happen to you. So there's something called the right thing. And this is when our people came together. Look at this picture. If your phone, you can blow it open to see the caliber of people here. This picture was taken 2017, February 28th. There's a video. We just don't want to play the video. If you go to this thing, you can see the video. Their voices get me angry. So we just want to show you the picture for you to see what happened. This is called Kuje Accord. Because picture does not lie. We have evidence for everything that we tell you. When we tell you this struggle started so years and our people are aware, we have evidence. When we tell you that even those stealing from this project, that stole the document of this project and went to use it to do radio broadcasts to get a name for themselves, to do it as if that the ones doing thing, meanwhile they're not doing. They're not doing nothing. All they want to do is collect money from our people and kill our people. We have evidence to that effect. So we're not just talking. So you see, this consensus, all the agitation groups in Southeast came together, all of them, and had this consensus February 28, 2017, that they're going to go according to LNC referendum templates. They agreed. These men you're seeing here were there. So what happened? You know what happened? These criminal politicians is what happened. Like when Sister Mona was talking to us at the introduction, while our people were there signing papers, doing like, okay, we are not ready to move, we'll go together, because they agreed that we have to go with the referendum campaign together. 2017, how many years now? These political people had something in mind. This political class, this, my brother calls them, they never do well. They had something else in mind. They played their own game. We call them criminal political class. They destroyed the consensus. They deceived our ignorant boys, pretending that they were with them. But all they wanted was just to use their pain and their noise to win elections. They were never with them. Abari Bill, Pito Bio, what's the name? Soludo. All of them, they will talk from one side of their mouth. One side they talk like this. You think that with you, the other side of mouth, they go with the Fulanis and continue what they're doing, taking us in circles, in round. Our people give money to people that they call their leaders. These politicians also give money to those their leaders. So when there's election, because your own leaders gathered you together in a group, they will just discuss with your leader and give your leader money and then direct you. So your leader will just come one day and make announcements. And that's over. All your effort will end in one announcement. Have you stopped to ask yourself what happened?
Sure.
Why this announcement? Why did this announcement come at this critical time? What happened? Money has exchanged hands. And you are there, dying. They will join them, this political class. We attend burials with them in solidarity to make you think that you are with them. They are not with you.
Never will be with you.
And they will never be with you because it's about their own selfish gains, their families, what they will gain from you. They are gaining from you. In this struggle for self-determination, there are 3 groups. And we need to separate these 3 groups so that we know what we're dealing with. You have the pure criminals, those ones that are just criminals. Mostly our political class. And their thugs who pretend to be fighting for freedom. They are together. They are not fighting for any freedom.
Mr. Iberibe is the chairman of it.
I'm telling you.
Iberibe. What's his name again?
Yes. Freedom is not what you fight by going to the road to just shout and they shoot at you. And that's why Sister Augusta was saying that we want to separate it from freedom, because people say we are fighting for freedom. We are fighting for freedom. It's as if we want to go and fight. It's self-determination we're talking about. And you get it through negotiations. We told you here on this platform that even after physical war, that people go back to the table to negotiate. Is it not common sense that you could stand from the table? Why do you want to go and die first? Especially when we have died 3.5 million and still counting. It's not a joke. We are where we will be on the table discussing. But you know what? These criminals, political parties, fake freedom fighters will not allow that negotiation to take place. They will keep distracting our people with things that have no value. Another group is the ignorant group, the people that are very slow in thinking and reasoning. This group, it doesn't matter if you have PhD. I think those ones that have PhD, so I think that was.
I'm speaking English.
I'm speaking English. So sometimes when you see people speaking English, don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. English is just a way of communication. You see, because we have different languages, if we speak Igbo now, some people will not understand. So that's why we have to speak English. But when you see those people that are very particular about crossing the T's and crossing the I's and pronouncing it in a particular way, like a white man.
Chris English.
Yes,
Speaking from the noses.
Yeah. I don't have issue with it. But the problem I have is that if you are speaking it, receive sense also. But if you don't receive sense, we will make you, as mothers, we will tell you to go and receive sense. Because when you speak, we will hear what you say. We say, this thing is said. Does it make sense? Mm-hmm. So if it doesn't make sense, we say, oh boy, go and add sense to that English you just spoke. So we prefer our natives that don't even speak English, but they have common sense. We work with them. As we speak, we have our sisters that we're working on ground with. They make sense, correct sense. We don't even waste time to explain things to them. Once we tell them this, they understand it. So we have groups that are ignorant and slow. They are delaying what we're doing because they will never understand. These are the people that the Bible say, continue to hear and not ever understand.
They are neither cold nor hot.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So there's another group like that. So you will know them. What we're saying is so that you begin to identify them and separate them so we know what we're dealing with. Then there's a third group, the dishonest people, especially the politicians the church leaders, the traditional leaders, the fake freedom fighters also inside here, and of course our Nollywood actors that make us look stupid. You wear something that you're looking like I don't know what do you think you're doing? Last week we told you people to come here and learn so that you will do the right thing. So they don't have the opportunity to speak for us, and you go and display, and present us in the most stupid way. As if we were drunkards. I saw one video where he was wearing something and doing like as if he was drunk. I said, this man, what did he drink? You have a name, Chiwetalago. But you cannot reduce yourself to, and he was even saying in that video, I went to school. I'm like, because if you say you did not go to school, I'll say, maybe he doesn't know. But you're saying that you went to school, that you know, you are disgracing us, because they'll say, the Fulanis will look at it and say, look at these people that say they went to school. We're even more strategic than they. So please, we are begging these dishonest people. Come here and learn. We have videos. Please, share the videos to them. Our viewers, Bikoni, share the videos to them. Let's see whether they begin to learn. We said there are strategies, step-by-step things that we need to do. We're not even the one that said it. It's the standard. It's the international standard. The things you need to do and the things you don't need to do. There are some things you do, you get into trouble unnecessarily. You don't need those ones. You have to follow the protocol. You have to follow the step by step. But come and learn so that you will stop. So these people, they keep acting stupid for people to think that everybody...
They're doing something.
Yes. And it will not take us anywhere. You're wasting our time. We are praying. We are begging you to please stop acting stupid. Do the right thing, please. Learn what the issues are first. You have to learn what the disease is before you understand what the treatment is. So don't present us to our enemies as if we're all stupid and drunk. For instance, we will tell you people now and analyze what the political class they did to us. We want you to listen very well. Because as you listen, you're thinking. These are facts. They are not fabricated. They are things that you go and confirm. Some people told our people that you need to go into Nigerian politics for you to get freedom. Our people registered a particular political party called APGA. I don't know what is going inside. That's what they call it. I don't know. That's what they call it. Because they want to play Nigerian politics. An example, in Imo State, they brought somebody called Rochas, came from nowhere, and told them, I'm with you.
Try.
Get freedom. Vote for me. And our people united and voted him in. Through APGA. My people, do you know what he did? Immediately he won. He transferred to APC. That is how APC entered Imo State. Through the back door, through the Judas goats. My people will not clear their eye and vote a party that they know is coming to kill them. My people will not do that. But that party was smuggled in through a Judas goat that our people trusted, that told them he was for the freedom. Because people come and tell us, hey, organize yourself. Why not organize yourself? Buhari said it. Buhari said, organize yourself and come into politics. Because they know they have already done something to the
rig the whole numbers. It will never
the
balance.
system is already rigged, and they tell you to come in. So that's how we lost Imo State to APC. Now we want to show you what is happening in that Imo State now, to see what is happening in Imo State that you have given to APC. Sister Mona, I don't know if the video is available. The other video.
Yes, it is.
See how corruption has taken over in Imo State. Exactly what is happening in Nigeria is happening now in Imo State. He that goes a borrowing, goes a sorrowing.
A sorrowing. That's my state, though.
Okay, watch now. You'll see what is going on.
This year alone, Hope Uzodinma has borrowed 32.9 billion as domestic loans and borrowed another 5.7 billion as foreign loans.
You have your facts?
Yes, it is contained in the borrowing plan has already been completed for the 2021 fiscal year. That is and between 31st of March and 30th of October, a period of 6 months, Senator Hope Uzodinma has increased the debt profile of Imo State from 149 billion to 187 billion. At this rate, Imo State has become more indebted than the 4 other Southeast states put together. This is not sustainable.
Compliments of
Senator
President
Hope
Bubu
regime promised Imo people last year, June, that they were going to create 100,000 jobs using Adapam. 1 year later, the MD of Adapam, Godi Esomobodo, appeared on BBC Igbo and was lamenting that no investment had been made there. In 2020, Imo State government of Senator Hope Uzodinma spent 1.2 billion chasing after foreign direct investment to the Ministry of Foreign and International Affairs. And in that same fiscal year of 2020, $53 million came into Southeast as foreign direct investment. It was shared between Abia, Anambra, and Enugu. Imo State got zero, even having spent 1.2 billion chasing after FDI. In 2021, as curious and shocking as it could be, the same government of Hope Uzodinma is spending 448 million as recurrent expenditure in a ministry without a commissioner, and spending another 500 million as capital expenditure in the Ministry of Foreign and International Affairs, even when it is non-functional. So 948 million is being spent in a ministry that has no commissioner, that has no staff. This is shocking and this is bizarre. Now, when you look at it, what comes to mind? That the finances of our state have been so terribly managed. A memo from the Office of the Accountant General that was addressed to local government interim management committee chairman was asking them recently to supply the names of all their workers between March last year and now so that their salaries could be paid. There are 2 implications about this. Number 1, the local government system has been emasculated, conscripted and hijacked, that they cannot even meet a first line obligation of payment of salaries. 2, indeed and in fact, Uzodinma is owing workers he has not paid since March last year. The major challenge of this our generation today is human capital development. And there are 3 crucial areas to this human capital development. 1 is education, 2 is ICT, and 3 is entrepreneurship. Imo State has no commissioner for education for the past 6 months. No commissioner for science and technology, no commissioner for entrepreneurship. Does Uzodinma have a plan for the future of Imo State?
Okay, our people, is it not how Nigeria was sold? You are hearing what happened to Nigeria happened to Imo State. Now, when there's no commission for education, they are reducing the children to almajiris. So we say they are reproducing Nigeria in Imo State. How did this happen? Because we wanted to play politics in Nigeria under 1999 Constitution. And we say, the people say, you're looking for freedom. Go it through politics way. You are not aware that you are in the enemy's camp, that the enemy has finished you before you woke up. So they're smuggling in Rogers. He said, we are with you. We are coming for freedom. Yes, I am for freedom. Through APGA. He came in through APGA and then switched to APC. And now APC has sold Imo State. It's gone. The second state where we had, because when people on this platform, we follow step by step. We're not here to make noise. We want you to think. That's why we say, if you're coming, come with your brain. Put on your thinking cap, because we want our people to begin to think. Usually in a normal environment where things are happening, where you have the right constitution and everything, if you have a political party, let's say you have it in 2 states, you see, you work hard to have it expand it to the 3rd state, 4th state is a process. That's when things are working. But things are not working in Nigeria because it's a union of death. The only agenda in Nigeria is to kill the indigenous peoples. So the second state that is APGA is Anambra State. You see where we're going now. Because we showed you what happened 2017. November 2017 was the last time Anambra State had election. And you know what happened? Our dear brothers came and started shouting, no, can they say, no erection in Anambra. No erection in Anambra. That's what they were doing, shouting, no erection in Anambra. In doing that, Obiano went and united with APC at the central level.
Chai.
And they brought in their people that came to do Operation Python Dance, Egweke, to ensure that there will be a result in Anambra, whether you vote or you don't vote. Because when people don't understand things, that's how things happen to us. So Obiano had a deal with APC. Part of the deals is what we'll tell you. As we're saying, be thinking, go and do your investigation. That they will allow him to return as a governor, whether you vote or you no vote. Whether you are shouting no election, whatever you're shouting, he made that deal. First, that if they allow him to return, just like that, he will make Abga to support Bubu, APC, in the 2019 presidential election. And that was what Abga did. So they didn't even send a P2B in PDP. P2B, that is an Igbo man from Anambra State. They did not, Abga did not support it. These are the people that tell you they want Odimandi, that are coming for the good of Igbo people. They abandoned P2B in his PDP and supported APC because it's part of the deal. You know, when you make a deal, when they do for you, you do for them.
Scratch my back and I scratch your back.
Exactly. So the second part of the deal is that after his tenure, listen up, after his tenure, he will parcel Anambra State in a very wonderful package and deliver it to APC. That's what you're seeing happening. Open your eyes. Open your eyes, my people. Stop all this English and crying up and down. You're not crying up and down. That you need strategy. You need your brain and strategy. Open your eyes. Because I'm telling you, you can see it happening. As we speak, all top ABGA executives and officials have switched to APC. Even Obiano's deputy has switched to APC.
Even the so-called Stella.
Even the so-called
you guys are
Stella.
praising.
And she's bragging that nobody will stop APC. It is their game. It's their deal. It's not about you, my people. It's their elite game. Fulani elite.
No way in division.
Yep. Yes. Fulani elites and Igbo elites are one and the same. They're not here for you. It's their own thing. They drink together, they wine together, they do wedding together, and you die, my people. Now, APC will always have a worse candidate. It's as if they signed it paper that if we must do something, we must get a candidate that hates the people. The APC candidate in Anambra State, go and check out. These are people that use Anambra State to create family wealth. So they are ready to sell every plot of Igbo land to APC. The only two people remaining in ABGA, our dear ABGA, the only two meaningful people remaining are Obiano, who is waiting to hand over to whoever that he wants to hand over, and our dear Soludo, Professor Soso. Professor Soludo, the one that speaks English.
He will saw you guys like Rapana. Okay,
yes.
Up.
Did you know that it's the letter that Professor Soludo, that economic analysis he gave that made good luck, like he flawed good luck and helped to remove good luck and bring Buhari. This is the story of Soludo, dear Soludo. Now he is the candidate of ABGA. What do you think he will do after winning? After winning, when you have APC at the central, he will just transfer like Okorocha did now. Now, do you not have Anambra State delivered to APC? Open your eyes, my people. Shine your eyes, open your ears. Anambra State is between the devil and the deep blue sea. Let me tell you. We will tell you. So for those that are saying boycott election, now go check. Be checking. They will declare state of emergency and put Fulani inside there. Whether you vote or you do not vote. So if you do not vote, there's trouble. If you vote, there's trouble. That's why we say you're between the devil and the deep blue sea. Now, if you decide to vote, Because we told you people, let's dismantle Nigeria and go. You said, no, we will wait first. Okay. If you decide to go and vote, you must defend your vote. If you do not defend your vote, they will bring APC from the back door, whether you like it or you don't like it. Is either they come direct or they will bring the one that will switch over after. When we tell people
because sorry, hey, temperament.
It's heartbreaking. Heartbreaking.
I can't hold it. You know, you said if you decide to vote, so whether we Deep Blue Seal and the devil, in all honesty, none is good. And the truth about it is that even if you decided to go ahead and vote, they will still, like the way they brought this Supreme Court judge, governor, they would bring their own Supreme Court governor, or Soludos also will turn to APC. And we are saying, hey, you don't even have to wait for them to do that. We can get all of these people out of the way, like right now.
Today,
like
right
today,
now.
Like probably the next.
If you can understand what Nina is saying.
Out of the way, like right now. So whether Soludo wins or Supreme Court governor comes, the truth about it is that these people they've taken the eastern region totally, and we can dismantle that hold, that stronghold that they have over us, like right now. So what are we waiting for? Why are you waiting for them for Soludo to win? Why are you waiting for them to bring a Supreme Court governor? Why are you waiting for them to sell our land, take our land? The reason why they brought Opus Odima was to come and do their bidding. Not because Opus Odima did not win. He did not win. And he has not done anything since he came to Imo. It's even worse than Okorocha. Okorocha that was building substandard buildings in him.
Okorocha was wasting the resources. It's the same message. He just Okorocha was to come and open door for APC, and he delivered, and he has gone. You understand? Now, Hope is now coming to deliver that which Okorocha sold. You know, they have receipts. Okorocha gave them receipts. So when you now bring your receipts, they will not deliver the goods. So Okorocha sold, Hope Uzodinma will deliver. Anambra State is on table now. If our people do not wake up to shine their eyes and critically think, to know, okay, this is the devil, this is Deep Blue Sea.
Sisters, please, this thing is so important. Please share. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on YouTube. Help our people get this information. You can see Facebook will block you because they don't want you to get this information. That's why we're also on Twitter. That's why we're also on YouTube. Share. Our people need to begin to understand these things so they can put 2 and 2 together and make the correct move. If not, Unugano, the more you look, as I'm wearing these glasses, I still can't see. I take it off, I put it on. When you won't be seeing anything. You can't see anything. So please help us to share this information. If you cannot share, Pastor Chris, I don't know if you're on today. This is a message to share for the church tomorrow. Can you guys stop preaching the same Bible over and over and over again and share what will save the people first? We are asking if you are in any kind of leadership, share this information. You have understood what we're saying now. Break it down for our people so that you can be putting things together for us to move. Help us to share this information because they will never allow it to. You will never see an alert of this such information. If I take off my clothes now and start dancing, they will show you guys all of those things. They will never allow this to ring on somebody's phone and say live show. You will never see it there. Please help us to share. Sister, please go ahead.
It is sad though. It is sad. It is sad. The strategies are out there. Our people, please, let's do the needful. Let's do the needful. For those politicians that are still speaking through their noses, please stop speaking. We are dying. We are dying in numbers. For those that still feel that Nigeria has to be one for them to attain presidency or whatever. Remember, you can be president in the new nation if you participate in getting that new nation. This appeal is to the likes of Soludo. You're a brilliant man. And it's an
Why
economy.
they're not giving them credit? That's
Yeah,
straight Harvard degree. That
can
even Kuruna or Bintami, what the hell is his name? The Minister of Information, that terrorist.
Pantami Kolai Muhammad.
Or Bonvita, whatever his name is. Did he go to Yale or Harvard? They go in there with their money, collect their degree. Critical thinking, they lack critical thinking. That's what we are
all the year. You see, one thing you have to understand, there are 3 hours credits in here. You give me online. You may online and you go better certificates. Like because you participated. You know, all this, they will not say that they went to Yale. And like the way Kedan had this guy,
even
that I hated passionately.
They spent 4 years, they still lack critical thinking. Because you can calculate economic functions does not mean that you know that the Fulanis are in your backyard about to kill your people, and all you're interested is to be a governor and take some money.
The truth about it is that they know. These people know. They've been told. They have explained some of these things firsthand. They know the truth. They are just hiding on I don't know why they have to.
Sister Una, see, the fact that you can operate on the brain does not mean that you have critical thinking.
No,
you might be a skill. That's all. Neurosurgeon.
Yeah, it's just a skill.
You need to have common sense. So some that know, like Sister Augusta is saying, they are being dishonest because of what they stand to gain. They have sold us, they have sold our people, they have sold our land, and it is about them. They are collecting the money. And we say we need to clear all these people from our way, where we're going. You need to persuade them. That's why I say close shop. We say political parties, close shop. That's the way forward. You're not doing anything for us, especially at the national level. The only permanent solution to the pains we're going through is to leave Nigeria as fast as our legs can carry us. We don't have time to be dancing inside Nigeria, and we're not begging Fulanis, and we don't have time to beg them. If our people can just understand what we're saying. We are not here to dance political parties dance. Political parties close shop. You are the ones opening door and making them to kill us, to come in and close and kill us. You're not listening to us. You're not with the people. That's what we're saying. You're not with the people. If you were with the people, we'd have gone far in what we're doing. But you're not with the people. You're busy being subservient to your Fulani friends. And because of that, they're coming in to kill us. When you say one Nigeria, what you're saying is that you're going to hold the light for those that are coming in to kill us. You are showing them, see them, and you open door for them. Come in and kill them. That's what you're doing. You are the one killing us, our political elites. Go ahead, please.
No. I'm so heartbroken. I am speechless, my dear. This is awful. I don't know how I ended up being in this nation called Lower Niger or Igbo nation. Who are these people? Who are they? Are they Fulanese answering Igbo names? Are they Fulanese answering our Christ? I mean, who are these people that I don't care about? I mean, the handwriting is on the wall and they're choosing to look the other way. And then the people
they are Fulanese, birthed by maybe some of them after the war and all that, because I don't see the logic in all of this when the truth is obvious. I mean, it's obvious. So what are we talking about? You are seeing it koro and you are turning a blind eye. I mean, it doesn't make sense.
Especially this election coming up. All right, sisters, I have the fifth video on.
Yes, this for people that are asking what the way forward. Listen to hear the way forward, because here when we give a problem, we give you a solution. Our case is not hopeless if we can do the right thing today. There is a way forward. There is a way to get us out of this mess very fast. Pay attention. Join LNC Ninas to bring down the 1999 Constitution, the document that made it possible for Fulanis to come and take your land, that made it possible for Fulani, the caliphate, to impose people that should not even be your driver to be your leaders. And stop distracting people that are working. Nina's LNC is working. Those of you that are doing fake freedom fighting, you're distracting what we're doing because you are not following the steps. And then when we do something, you claim the credit, say it's you that did it. We hear also of your video. You see, the issue is that at the end of this LNC Nina's project for self-determination, we are going to have self-determination. But you will be disappointed when you don't have what you are telling the people, lying to the people that you want to give them, because you don't have it to give them. We have enumerated all the steps to you that you need to do to get your self-determination for your ethnic nationality. So you have to decide, are you Biafran? Are you Igbo? You make up your mind. What is your identity? Make up your mind. Make up your mind, my dear Igbo people. Who are you? Whose children are you? Go and ask your ancestors. Ask your grandparents if you don't understand. Before 1967, who were you? That is the map that you're going to use to get your self-determination. After getting it, you cannot choose any name you want. You can buy a car and put it anything you want to put it. You can build a stadium and call it Biafra Stadium. And even if your neighbors agree and you sign document, they can agree with you and call it whatever name you want. If it's the Biafra and there's consensus, they will agree with you. But not putting the cat in front of the horse. The horse has to be in front of the cart. First thing first, the pattern, the way to self-determination is that you have to save your own land where your ancestors are living. Please, viewers, if you want to call in, you can call in as we are preparing to end this show. So you must answer your own name on your own land. Sister Moon, are you ready with the video?
Yes, let me post the phone number first.
Okay, please, I forgot that we had the last video to play. So you have to be on your own land, answering your own father's name. You can't take another person's land. Our brothers and sisters in Midwest, whenever they hear the Biafra, they want to fight us and cut our heads, because it's as if you want to take their name. Take their land. We discussed with some of them privately, their leaders. They are so angry. Even those that are by the fight of the ancient Biafra, when they hear you mention Biafra, they know that they are the ones living near the bite of Biafra, and they think you want to take their land. They start fighting you. That's why they are not agreeing with you. Meanwhile, they are agreeing with us. Why? Because the template on the table is every man on his own land. I'm an Igbo woman. I'm not Ijo, but Ijo is my partner, my friend, my neighbor. I can work with him. Ijobo, Ishekiri, they're all our neighbors and friends. We can work together. But I am Igbo. That's my ethnic nationality. And that I can only stand on that place. Please, identify who you are, stand on it, so that we can make this journey faster before they come in to kill all of us. Please go ahead, Sister Mona.
We recall that on the 16th of December 2020, the Nigerian Indigenous Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination did declare a sovereignty dispute, raising grave constitutional grievances and making a 5-point demand on the federal government of Nigeria with a 90-day ultimatum within which, and then a 90-day period of notice within which remedial steps towards addressing those constitutional grievances must commence. 90 days passed, the federal government didn't turn up for any discussion other than little murmurs in the background and some frantic movement towards the National Assembly for amendments. On the 17th of March in 2021, at the expiration of the 90 days, Ninas did address a World Press Conference in Ibadan, which it titled Next Steps, by which it invited the elected officials. It gave a 30-day window for elected officials from the Alliance territory. And when I talk about Alliance territory, look at the map here, the south and the middle belt. Since the demands were addressed to the federal government, and those elected officials from the alliance territory might be they will be on the first line of will take the first hit should the next steps indicated in the proclamation itself be activated. That is reconsideration of allegiance to the 1999 to the disputed 1999 constitution, because the whole dispute is all about we not making the 1999 constitution, therefore we not being in a union, in that union defined by that 1999 constitution. That's what it really boils down to. Our federation has become, our union has become a fraud against us, as long as it's that 1999 constitution that defines it, along with all institutions. Now, the 30 days.
All right, I'm going to end this video here. We're going to post this video in its entirety on our Facebook page so you can watch. I have posted the link. We had a brother earlier. As soon as we jump in, we haven't even said our topic. He wants to contribute to the discussion. So, brother, this is your chance to jump in and contribute. Our phone number is already posted on the platform. It's +1 774 338 0942 +1 774-338-0942. You can call this number as a phone number, or you can call it as a WhatsApp, or even what is the other one? Telegram. So you can, yes, I should add Telegram there. You can call it either way and it should work. So join us. So of course, can you help me pin the information that I'm gonna post?
Okay.
Phone number. So we're going to also pin it for you to see. So this is the time for contribution. We have done a very well thought out presentation today to help you to understand what's eating your grapes. Something is eating the grapes that you pay for, and by the time you come out, your whole sweet snack is gone. So if you don't get it at this level, we may have to intensify your fasting and your prayer, because there's nothing else that we can do for you. All these things that you're seeing on Channel News and Arise News and all these news channel that does not make sense to you, we have been able to put it together for you to understand that either way you will lose. You got left, you will lose. You got right, you will lose. So what is the way out? Ninas. Ninas is the way out. And Nigeria, somebody, our brother Osin would say, kill Nigeria before Nigeria kills you. So are you going to sit there and wait for Nigeria to kill? Because he has been killing you. Are you going to be the next victim of Nigeria? Is Nigeria working for you? Are you happy where you are? Our counterparts are, here in America, sending money in to overseas where they come from. We met this guy from India. He has an electronics shop in India. Selling. They'll order something. Since Augusta, within 48 hours, he will ship it to India. He's here working. So we want to be able to do that for our people, to create employment. But where would you go and take your money and invest in a place that is about to explode? So we have to end this. We started this video with one of the guys asking, what are we going to, are you going to stay in a country just to stay in a country? Are you going to, isn't it better that we go a separate way and go with our dignity and create a nation that you will be proud of? Why do we have to stay in this one Nigeria that is not working for us? One Nigeria that is sending our children to the Mediterranean Sea. One Nigeria that have turned our girls, our women to prostitutes all over Europe. The same one Nigeria. One Nigeria where you will work, spend 60,000, 80,000, 150,000 to go to college. When you go back to Nigeria, it will reduce you to sit down and look. When are you going to end it? When are we going to stop sending $25 billion to train our children overseas when we have capable teachers? If we use fraction of that $29 billion, we can build the best university anyone will be proud of. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Why can't Black man, for the first time in their life, should I say Black nation, Black women, do something for a change to make this thing right? Why are we holding ourselves hostage and looking for our help to come from the hills or the heavens when we have the power in our hands? Our brother Tony has worked for 20-something years, putting plan for us to get out. What do? We lie about it. We pretend we didn't know. We opened up our own platform. We went to a radio and started shouting. We joined politics. Some of them even went further to Professor Soso. Wasn't his brother's bodyguard killed? All in the name for you to so that it will look like they are doing something. The money that he collected as the Minister of Finance, getting gone around, whichever one he was, well, it's not enough. Ask me, from minister, governor, so which one is making more money? It's all about what they stand to gain. And our people are looking with their hungry eyes, debilitated road, street, school, environment. They don't even know what they're doing. If you get stuff, they will go to midweek service, Sunday service, afternoon service. If it gets even tougher, they will start dancing. I go chop your money. They don't have the money, but they will be chopping their money. It's enough, my dear. It's not working. Kill Nigeria before Nigeria kills you.
Amuna, if the call hasn't come in yet, there's a comment that Brother Tony made, concerning separating criminality from real. Why is it important that we have to do that? For those that are listening and not understanding, we will read it again for you. I don't know, Sister Augusta, are you able to read it? He says, untangling the Eastern Nigeria Liberation Campaign from the Biafra Restoration Albatross.
Yes, let me go ahead and read it. It is not too long, so I can,
go ahead,
briefly read it. So, untangling the Eastern Nigerian Liberation Campaign from the Biafra Restoration Albatross. This is as of today, actually. Oh, I think it was of yesterday. So during the Q&A session at a recent virtual town hall meeting, a zealous Biafra restoration activist, who also happened to be a university teacher in the United States, was invited to explain to the audience in precise terms the exact meaning of the Biafra restoration he had been campaigning about for some years. Specifically, he was asked to explain to the audience the exact geographical description of the territory, like the map of Biafra being restored. He was asked to name the ethnic nationalities included in the Biafra territory covered by his map. He was asked to describe the goal of the campaign in clear terms without using the phrase Biafra restoration. The fellow struggled for about 5 minutes, unable to provide concise answers to any of these three specifics. It dawned on him that despite being a university teacher, he could not really describe the campaign he was waging for years in terms of exact territory, peoples, or people covered and goal, because everything he tried to say brought out embarrassing gaps in the descriptions he was trying to advance. By this little exercise, it dawned on him that he had all these years erroneously lumped these three items together in the word Biafra, thereby creating an extraordinary kind of confusion. Then we went out to unbundle the three items, and so he immediately realized that one, the use of the term Biafra in describing the territory over which he seeks independence throws up the controversy as to whether it is the Biafra territory of May 30, 1967, or whether the territory has shrunk to the central state of May 27, 1967, or expanded to include parts of the whole Midwest region and state of May 27, 1967. It therefore dawned on him that a clear territorial description of his prospective Biafra was necessary. Two, that the use of the term Biafrans to describe the people seeking the independence also leaves everything in controversy as to the actual people or peoples, that is, the ethnic nationalities seeking independence via the Biafra Restoration Campaign. It dawned on him that Biafrans cannot be the clear description of the peoples involved in the search for independence in the Eastern region. Three, that the use of the word Biafra to describe the goal of the campaign instead of self-determination, for instance, also throws up the same controversies as in question 1 and 2. When these three items were unbundled, it became clear to the fellow that the grave error of using Biafra to describe the territory, the people, and the goal was the biggest albatross to the liberation campaign. they were trying to wage, because it immediately surrounds the liberation campaign with such irresolvable controversies that operates like a huge albatross on the liberation campaign. And this is a most potent recipe for the failure of the entire liberation project, both for the Greater Eastern region and the entire Ninas Alliance territories of the South and the Middle Belt. Once we remove the word Biafra from the campaign nomenclature as outlined above, we immediately see much clearer and easy to understand description of the territory, the peoples, and the freedom goal. We can then build everything else on those three devoid of controversy. This is precisely what LSC as can be gleaned from the Aladima episode of 2012. Yeah, this was written by Brad Tony, and Brad Tony has been in the forefront of this, trying to explain why we cannot use the word or the name Biafra, at least not this time. For us to end up using Biafra, we have to reach a consensus. We have to vote for it. There has to be a referendum for it. So when we tell our people that, hold that thought for now, hold it for now. Let us get out from this contraption first. We would gather and see whether we want to use the name Biafra.
How can they hold it when the guy is coming out to speak and he first of all embarrass himself and he say he's teaching? I don't know where he's teaching. He must be teaching somewhere in the village somewhere.
No, he's teaching in the US.
I know. They always want to show it. So again, because you understand social studies or biology does not mean you have common sense. This is what this whole thing is reiterating to us. Whether they come from Yale or Harvard or University of Texas and they are professor for 30 years, it does not mean a thing. Our sisters that are selling crayfish in the market understand what the problems are. And our professors, the so-called brother Sosu, what did you guys call him? Sosu? So brother Sosu, all of them, they are so confused, they are professors. So all we are asking you guys is to stop allowing people to deceive you with their degrees, with their use of English language, and follow what works. Because in the politicians, you will find them at LNC to pretend as if they want to join what they are doing. The next minute, they are campaigning for APC. The other minute, they want to belong to ABGA. The other minute, they are here in Houston having graduation party for their children and calling Flavor to dance. They are all over the place. The way they feel, the way they want, why they dribble us at football that will never get to a goalpost. Pathetic. All right, so it looks like our brother is no longer coming in. Nobody is calling. So, sisters, we can give a final statement to end the day. Again, please share. If not for anything, if you can help us to share that video where Sister if we explain to you guys what is going on in our land, so that you can tell yourself in your head that election, because our people are passionate. I've been seeing them on Facebook. Everybody, why wouldn't they have election? Why would they have election? They don't have election. Hey, whatever. They don't even understand what the issues are because they're so emotional. So again, we were able to break it down for you guys and see no, at the end of the gun barrel, just sitting right there. One move, the bullet will go off and blow you into pieces. So you have to understand what is going on. The daughters of the land have spoken. We are here to ensure that you live the best life. We are not collecting your money. We are not broadcasting. We are not shouting in your ears. So all we're saying is that we want more for you. We want more for you. Our brothers and sisters deserve so much better because they are capable. We are doing well everywhere else. Why can't we do well for our people? We need to do this in a hasty manner to get out of that place and get to a self-determination and start building oral card. We still have work to be done. We're even talking about self-determination. We're not even talking about nation building. So it's like we cannot waste too much time in this, what should I call it? This place where we find ourselves, like this particular point. We can't waste so much time in it because we need our energy to build the so-called nation that we will eventually find ourselves in. So let's understand what the issues are so we can move on and end this and end it quickly. We keep telling you guys you can end this today. In the next 30 minutes, those people, those criminals that call themselves politicians, their houses are all locked up in our neighborhood. You will see them there next week. As some of you might see them in the next grocery store shopping. A lot of them, even self as we're speaking, a lot of them have relocated back here, with their family. We've been seeing them here and there. So don't let them deceive you. Soludo's family, I bet they're no longer in Nigeria. It's only him and his brother
Ah.
and the bodyguard. So yeah, let's get sense, people, and get the work done. Sisters, please.
Yeah, let's get sense, people, and get the work done. It's very imperative that we do that. We are using this opportunity to call on a lot of people. I will start by saying some pastors are beginning to get on board. You know, I'm sure they're listening, they're understanding the process. Some of them are really getting on board, and I'm impressed. I would prefer they use the name Ninas because the explanation about Ninas is like it's inclusive, all ethnic nationalities. We're in this together. The Yorubas, the Middle Belters, those of us in the lower Niger area, we are in this together. So it is encompassing. So we want them to use the name or the word Ninas. If they don't understand what Nina stands for, they can always reach out to any one of us who would explain for them. And even if they cannot reach out, the websites are there. There are videos on YouTube exactly what is needed and what is at stake. So we're using this opportunity to call on some of our political leaders because I don't want to call them leaders because these people, they kind of like enunciate me. I would rather call them political jobbers because it's all about them, and them alone. We're saying, you know what? It's high time you got it together. Get these things together. It's easy. Liberate your people for crying out loud. You can still be the president that you want to be in a new nation. You can still be the governor that you want to be in a new nation. You are just afraid that when you come to that new nation, you no longer be able to steal. You no longer be able to rob the people. That is what you're afraid of. But duh, can you live in a $5 billion house all by yourself? You can't. You can build 10 houses, but you can only live in one. You can have 50 rooms as what is this guy's name? Babangida had when he built his house in Mina. But guess what? He only slept in one room at a time. Another one bed at a time. That is if they even sleep on beds. So you can achieve all these things in a new nation if you want to be part of this new nation. Stop pushing our people, pushing our people up and down. So Ludo, I said it again. Your intelligence in a yeah, quote. I want to tell sister Buddha because you pass on me right now. Your intelligence in economics can be used if you decide to do the right thing. The likes of Peter B, you have been going up and down thinking you guys are just speaking from you cannot speak from the heart. Tell the truth to the people. Now in here they are working. It's no longer working. It's not working even for the normal people, for the ordinary people. It's not working. Tell the truth. Let the people know that that country cannot work. You guys have to see. If you have read, there's this guy Udain, David Udain, that wrote something about the caliphate. And when they started, these people started a long time ago. They started a long time ago. So the stories are out there. Why are you not using this to liberate your people? Why do you think that if another election is being upheld, that it would help?
I know.
We're saying that KKMNMA is not even working, and you want to go into another one. Politicians, use your brain. Pack up for now. You can still do this. So pack up for now and let us get this new nation. Let's get the new nation. As our brother here said, they said they're afraid of the destruction of the president. Yeah, exactly. They're afraid of the more money that they want to make. How much can you make? How much?
At the expense of your people.
At the expense of your people. At the expense of your people, there are no good roads, there is no water, there is no light. In a country where there is no light, the vice president is talking about electric cars. You don't have light, but he's talking about electric cars. A country that now $1 is 650. Are you guys normal? And you guys are taking it in like that? You are taking it in like that? Bikono, please. It's high time we did the right thing. And the right thing is all about what Ninas is doing. We keep telling people that Ninas is not an organization because somebody called me the other day and said, who is your coordinator? I said, we are not, it's a movement. You have to be part of that movement. You have to decide whether you want freedom for your people or whether you want freedom for yourself, at least for yourself and your children. So, Biko, let us get involved with what Ninas is doing. And as we said, it's a matter of minutes if we decide to let this thing happen. It's a matter of minutes, it's a matter of days, it's a matter of hours. So, Biko, Get involved. Preach it at the top of your voices. Spread it on your WhatsApp or your message or wherever you talk. Talk to our people. Stop being emotional. They are cleaners. They are cleaners. Okay, then they are killing you. So bloody what? Are you not going to defend yourself? So this is the time for us to come together and get this thing done once and for all. So for those politicians, pack up, Bikono. Pack on one corner and get into what is at stake. And this is what it is. Thank you all. Hope to see you all next week.
Thank you. So there's somebody saying that they don't have the Nina's protocol that they will just follow. No, we post these things. See, go to the website. We announce websites all the time. We don't want you to follow. We don't want that, please. We want you to be informed citizens. That's why we come here every Saturday to teach you. This is not where the work is being done. The only reason we come here every Saturday is to teach you. We are here for you so that you do not do follow. These are 16 steps, 16 boxes of events and things that need to be done. They are not hidden. They've been in open for 21 years. This is it. Step by step, things that need to be done. We just posted them on the wall again. Go there, open it, enlarge it, and see the step. Then there's another one. This is a summary. This one gives you one after the other. What needs to be done? After that, which one next? We can see. Sorry, let me put my glasses. You can see it says repudiation of the 1999 Constitution, which we have done. We told you it's already done. 16th December 2020. The next one is constitutional force. Okay, constitutional force major is the 16th. This one was done individual for all the places, 2015, 2017, 2018, in all the blocks. Then constitutional force major, 16th December 2020. Then transition, which we are in. We're already in that transition. That's why I see some governors making some statements, some moves you're seeing governors make. Each time, these people making noise on radio, keep thinking it's because of their noise that some things are being done. When you hear VAT and things going on, it's not because of your noise. Some people are working on the ground. Serious work is going on. But we don't want you to follow. We want you to join in the discussion. Number 4, referendums and plebiscite. That's the next step. Somebody say we don't know where we are. We know where we are. There's something to be followed. The top one is new constitution, constitutional order. This is it. Then for you, people that say, oh, how do we close, get them to close shop, get the politicians to close shop? We showed you this before. It's in our website. You can go there. You can see it in our page. All this is that they are not hidden. You can see the union, the constitution, the election, that are in parallel. But you, the people, here is where you put force. You are the one that will exert forces here. This is the masses. This is where you are. Now, when you put enough force here, you see, you push down this whole thing. This is the power you have. You listening to us. This is the power you have. How will you close the political parties? I asked you, somebody asked the question, I said, who are the members of the political parties?
Spirits. I know the answer.
The politicians, their children are abroad. Their children are not members of political parties. Their children are not the one going for political rallies. Their children are not the one collecting Indomie from them when they are throwing it from the vehicle for you. It's not their children. It is you. You are the enabler. You are enabling the political elites by, one, being ignorant, which will come here every Saturday to cure your ignorance first. Because if you don't cure it, you will not even know what we're saying. And then number 2, by being part of the political parties, you are the one that will go for the meetings now. Is it not you? Why? Women, you are the one that will tie rapper, tie P2B on your hair, and say Kukuronko, and say Aziza, and say all those things. It is you they use. You are the one that when they start sharing your engine oil and granite oil and rice, and you are the one that collects it. It's you.
Yeah.
So you are the market buyer. They are the selling. They are the seller. You are the buyer. If the seller does not see buyers, won't he close shop?
Automatic.
That's what we say, common sense. If a seller that is selling beans and rice. He opens his shop to sell beans and rice. And nobody came to buy. Only flies flying around. Are you going to tell him to close shop? He will close the shop and go and sleep. So we are telling our people, persuade, whatever you want to do to them. They are your uncles, they are your aunts. Whatever you want to do to them, do, and tell them to close shop. That's what we're saying. We'll give you the message. Use your brain. You know what to do. You know what to do. Don't wait for me to come and tell you what to do. You know what to do. And when you do the right thing, those sellers will even leave our land. They will go somewhere else to go and sell. Because nobody is buying what they're selling in the whole territory. So that's why I say, don't go to Kafanchan. Protect your territory. But you have to demarcate your own territory. The Igbos will be on their own, because if you go to another person's territory to do, they will come for you. And there will be ethnic war. We don't want ethnic war. We don't want by ethnic versus ethnic. Morakeke and Ife. We don't want those ones. Stay on your ground. Igbos, be in your territory. Ijos, be in your territory. Urobo, be in your territory. Don't go to another Igbo children. Don't go to Ijo people land. Stay in your own. And then together, we work with Ninas. Ninas is for everyone. You don't need to be a member, like Sister Augusta said. It's a movement. All that thing you're doing, you just bring it inside to understand what Nina is doing. To enter is a vehicle. So we enter inside vehicle, we are moving. So as we are going now, somebody is saying where we are in transition. We are now transiting from where we used to be to our final destination. The next step is regional referendums, and then division of assets and liabilities peacefully. Do not make them to shoot you. You don't deserve to die. It is your right. Self-determination is your right. Do not make strangers to come into your land and kill you because you're not following protocol. Thank you so much for listening. Please share and inform others so that they'll get enlightened also. By the grace of God, we'll come next week again to come and keep explaining to you. If you have questions, ask us, please send it to our phone. Even if you text it later, we will see it, we will call you, we will talk to you, we'll explain things to you. You go to your churches and talk to your church pastors. Don't just give them your tithe and offering and go and sleep. Ask them and say, have you heard of Ninas? Have you heard of Constitutional Force Major? Have you heard of LNC? Have you heard of Ilanomo Odua? Have you heard of Middle Belt? Have you heard about what the church is expected to do to stop the massacre? We don't just want to be giving rice to people that were displaced. We contribute rice and cloth to them where they were displaced. No, we want to be able to take them back to their land. Remove those people that displaced them, those foreign entities that displaced our people, and send them to IDPs. We want to be able to remove them and send them back to sender so that our people will take back their land and live peacefully as God ordained it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sister Ekwe. And our final, so I'm glad that you mentioned church. Tomorrow is church service tomorrow. Politicians are bringing politics into church. They come there and tell you about the 2023 elections and all the Anambra election. The same way you can take Ninas and start teaching people in your churches. You know, bring Ninas information, good information. Christ said that he came to give us the good news. Ninas is the good news for the indigenous people trapped in that hellhole, the Fund Federation called Nigeria. So when you go to church tomorrow, share the information. Insist that the women, the same way they tell them to capture their husbands, because the husbands don't usually go to church. They will come to church, give the women the information, tell them to capture their husbands at home and their people at home. Use Nina's information, give them the information, and persuade the women to use that information and capture their husbands and their neighbors at home. We need to go home. If not, God is not doing all of that anymore. He's not going to know you anymore, plus your ugly voice like mine. So the earlier we get with the program, the sooner we get to our destination. So thank you guys. Be safe. Our brothers and sisters, especially in diaspora, we are also calling on you guys to chip in and donate towards this freedom. If you don't know what to do, you're just out there, you're on a meganobi, it's in your heart to do something. That's where the treasure comes in.
Not donating to ESN because donating to ESN. No, you are just adding fire, adding a combustion to the combustible, whatever. I've spoken Oyibo.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, we
so
have our local vigilantes. The local vigilantes should be equipped to
yes,
do
the
job.
local one, not
Yes.
the rogue one. If
Yeah,
you want to
local
vote for,
vigilantes
you
should
know,
be enabled
give
to
to the
work.
local
Yeah.
vigilantes.
Every
Yes.
every village has. If
Of
you don't have,
course.
set up one. The people that you know from your land,
From your land.
put it up.
Not
So
that
while
rogue
you're
stuff.
doing that, like I was saying, LNC is someone that is funding it. It's not fair for us to leave this for few people and using our money to support those killing our people. Please, please, please go on the website. We don't have to know who you are. I know some of you are hiding, especially those of you in priesthood. They don't want to be seen that they are doing whatever, or sisterhood or whatever. That is a good place to go give. If you don't want to be seen or heard of, you want to call us somewhere to give us cash, we'll take you to any way you can. We are available to ensure that we continue to fund this program. It is labor capital intensive, meeting with people, going hand in hand, finding meeting places and all those things. They are very, very important. So I know that a lot of us do not have the time because we like to work double shift, which is fine. So that's the time for you to now move to the treasure part and give us some funding to get where we're going. So thank you guys so much. May God bless you guys, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.